Hey guys, 115 here, and today I'm back to my ally ranking for Marvel Champions. Today I'm doing Justice. I have 14 allies today, so we're going to go through all that in from my least favorite to my favorite. My least favorite is Speed. He's a 4 cost, thwart 2, attack a 1, 4 health, and after he thwarts, you can ready him once a round. He's just can't English. He's just worst. Why can't I say worse? He's just worse Quicksilver. That's Speed to me. I just don't like him. I almost never put him in my deck unless I'm going for like a thematic deck with Wanda. Next we have Jack Flag. 4 cost, thwart 2, attack a 1, 3 health. And after he thwarts, he gets an ammo counter, and you can exhaust him and remove 1 and deal 2 damage to an enemy. That's not terrible. I think it's very situational and can be helpful with like heavy minion decks, but for me it's his cost that just puts him so low, and I barely use him because of that. Excuse me. Next we have Monica Chang, a 3 cost ally, 1/1, 2 health. The reason I'm not a huge fan of her, which you go get a copy of Surveillance Team and place it, and then place a snoop counter on each Surveillance Team you control. I'm not a huge fan of Surveillance Team, but she makes it kind of viable a little bit, but I still don't really like the card, so I don't use her. But if you build around it, it could be good. Next we have Wasp, 2 cost ally, thwart 2 with 2 consequential, 1 attack, 3 health. You can only play her if you're a champion. She ignores guard, patrol, and crisis icons, which that can be really good, actually. I think this can be really helpful, and she is a champion, so she's broken. But I do think you can really build a deck around her. So that is 4 of our allies. Now we're in the top 10. First up, we got Lady Spider, 4 cost ally, thwart 2, attack 2, 2 consequential each, 4 health. And after she thwarts or removes threat from a scheme, if you control our web warrior, you can do it to a different scheme. That's just stupid good and stupid helpful. I like her. Low expensive, and I don't love the 2 consequential, but be able to remove a lot of threat. And if you buff her stats with like thwarting, it's even better. So pretty good, and she's a web warrior, which is always a pro. Next is another web warrior, Spider Woman, 3 cost, thwart a 1, attack 2, 2 consequential, 3 health. And reduce her reduce cost player for each reduce cost player by 1 for each confused enemy in play. So if you have 3 confused enemies, she's free. That's pretty good. I just don't put her. I just feel like you kind of have to play a confused lock strategy for her to be good, but she could be good. So I do kind of like her. Next is one I go back and forth on a lot, is Daredevil. 4 cost, thwart 2, attack 2, 3 health. I do love his after he thwarts deal damage, but it's his costs that make me not use him as often as I would like. But he's still a really good ally. Just so it's as expensive, how expensive he is, that makes me less likely to play him than some of the others. Which our next one is Spider-Man. He is a 3 cost, thwart 1, attack 1, 3 health, and after your play, remove a threat for each web warrior card you control, including Spider-Man, which is insane, because you can just like defeat a side scheme in solo. It's really powerful. So I really like him. You just throw him out and you're like kind of good for a while. So yeah, I like him. And speaking of Spider-Man, we have Spider-Man. What is this? That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 6, 6. 5 cost, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 4 health. And if you play him from your hand, move 3 threat per player from a side scheme. I know I just complained about Daredevil being expensive, but I think Spider-Man is really good. Not in solo. He's terrible in solo. I think if you're playing 2 players or more, he is broken. Especially against, like, Magneto. He's insane. So, for that reason, he is number 5. I gotta scoot some of these down. I did not pay attention to how much space I'm gonna need. Alright, number 5, we have Agent Coulson. 3 cost ally. Thwart 2, attack 1, 3 health. And after his play, you go get a preparation card and add it to your hand, which is really good if you want to run a spycraft, counterintelligence. You can just go grab them. Or if you're playing, what is it? Target acquired for like Ronin with all the abilities. It's really good. He is a really good ally. And if you're playing if you're playing Black Widow, he's even 10 times better. So yeah, I like Coulson a lot. That's why he's going to be where he is. Number 4 is Jessica Jones, a 3 cost ally. Thwart 1, attack 2, 3 health. She gets +1 thwart for each side scheme play. Red Skull, that's all I have to say. She is broken against characters like Red Skull. What is it? The Sentinel one. Operation Zero Tolerance, which starts with like stupid amount of whatever. Project Wide Awake, that's what it is. It starts with a lot of side schemes. She's thwarting for like 4 or 5. She's insane. She's so good with that. She's a thwarting machine. So I really like that. And if you're an alter ego, she can help with that as well, just by thwarting huge. Next is Quasar, 3-cost ally, thwart 1, attack 2, 3 health, and after your next play, move 1 threat from each scheme and play. That's just really good and really powerful and can really help, or just heck, it can make the difference in a game, that 1 threat. So, and you know, seeing him scheme like 3 or more schemes at once is awesome. So I really like him. I think he's a really good ally. That's kind of an inclusion. Now this one might be a little unpopular. Well, actually my top 2 are. But we have Quake in number 2. She has 2-cost ally, thwart 1, attack 2, 2 health, and after she schemes, exhaust her, deal 2 damage to an enemy. There is something on the sleeve that's going to bother me. But yeah, that's really good. So if you flip down a lot and there are minions, she can just kill minions. She can just take out a minion with that or deal heavy damage for next turn. It's really good. I really like Quake. I think she's just a good one. Just good, consistent ally. She can hit pretty well, and, you know, I really like it. I really like putting her in pretty much every one of my decks. Same with this next one. Number 1, Wiccan. I know people don't like him sometimes because he misses more than he should. I'll admit that, but I still love him. He is a 2-cost ally. Why is there stuff always on this? Anyways, 2-cost ally. Thwart 1, attack 1, 3 health. After he thwarts, discard the top card of the encounter deck. For each boost icon, discard this way. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Now, if you're fighting like Thanos, Magneto, the bigger ones with the bigger Ronin, you know, the ones with bigger boost icons, he is hitting for like 2 to 3 at least. But against lower boost totals like Rhino, he can be a little more rough, or if they have a lot of ability-based ones, he's not that great. But even in those cases, I think he's good just to ping off tough status cards, because you don't really have Piercing Injustice, which I think at least Leadership and Aggression do. I don't know if Protection does, but yeah, he's really good. He's my favorite Justice ally, basically, and going over every one of my decks, so I could scoot these down a little bit so you can see them. But yeah, this is my ranking of the Justice allies. Next is Leadership, and then, yeah, which is going to take probably the longest, except for Basic, when I get to that, because there's quite a few Leadership allies. But thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of my ranking and how would you rank them, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.